Music Monday is the Beauty Edition with Brown Eyed Girls Cleansing Cream. It isn't often that videos like this are voted in, so we're really excited to talk about a more serious K-pop video. Both the lyrics and the music video for Cleansing Cream are chock full of symbolism, through lyrics, videography, and even color. So, strap yourself in for a more serious Music Monday. I think maybe I should change out of my hamster shirt, Simon.
It's a good call.
It's not really serious enough. Okay, hang on a second. No, wait, this can't be right. Hang on a second. Much better.
Guys, we can't emphasize this strongly enough. This is a totally awesome music video. Don't believe me? Look at my dorky bow tie and my nerdy hair. I wouldn't dress up this scholarly if it wasn't for a good reason. Now, this isn't my favorite song of the year, but this is definitely my favorite video of the year. You must watch this video now. No, wait. Not now, wait till after the video. We have it loaded in our playlist because we're so nice. Now the song is a ballad and it's pretty much a complete opposite of Sixth Sense, which was fierce and passionate and aggressive. This song on the other hand sounds quite delicate and beautiful and dreamy. And while Sixth Sense was powerful for being commanding and aggressive, this song is also very powerful but for different reasons.
Now we've noticed that a lot of mainstream K-pop bands will tend to release a ballad once in a while, and it usually deals with like love and loss or like sickness and death. But if you really want to go for the gold, you go for a combo breaker straight to the heart of love, loss, death, and sickness all rolled up into one TV mini drama music video.
I love you.
I love you.
We'll always be together.
Yes, we will. I'm sick.
Don't die on me.
I'm dying.
I loved her. I loved him too. Potter.
I didn't really die.
Yay! Let's get married.
Yay! I'm dying.
The point that we're trying to get at here is that Brown Eyed Girls take a totally different approach for most of the ballad videos that I've seen. But before we talk about the video, I think we should explain what we think happens in it. Brown Eyed Girls actually don't play a part in this music video. Instead, there are three main characters who we will refer to as the wife, the husband, and the blind girl, who we're assuming is the wife's sister and is living in the wife's house.
The music video opens with the very innocent looking blind girl wandering around a seemingly empty house in a billowy white nightgown. We see her sitting alone in her room, which is filled with a lot of like childish toys, but at nighttime she sneaks into the married couple's room. Using her hands, she traces the sleeping wife's arms and tries to like imitate her sleeping position. And afterwards, she wanders over to the husband and starts slowly and delicately tracing all his facial features. But while she's doing that, the wife wakes up and sees her sister doing this. And of course, she's shocked, but she doesn't say anything. But instead, she keeps a closer watch on the blind girl's behavior, and she starts to realize that perhaps the blind girl is starting to fall in love with her own husband.
We see that the blind girl falls in love with the husband through sensing him in different ways. She feels his face at night, but she doesn't really know what he looks like. She smells and touches all the clothes in their closet and happily runs her toes through their furry carpet. And when she fumbles around the room and finally finds him by touching his shoe, he doesn't really try to reach out to her or offer her anything but his silence. Afterwards, the blind girl tries to impress the husband by putting makeup on her face, but she does a terrible job at it. But because she's blind, she can't actually see that she looks ridiculous.
The wife, on the other hand, is not blind. She sees, in fact, she sees a little bit too well. The images we get of the wife is one that's always seeing. Her eyes are open at night while other people are sleeping. She's watching her husband while he's sleeping. She sees the blind girl's activities while no one else notices her. And she secretly watches her husband through many mirrors. Now compare that to the images we see of the blind girl. She's walking around with a blindfold on. We even see some powerful shots of the bed frame shadowing across her eyes. While the blind sister sees too little, the non-blind wife sees way too much. You see, the blind sister, through vague senses and soft touches, yearns for an experience of that marriage, but it's only a superficial experience. The wife, on the other hand, has an in-depth experience of the marriage, and she knows that it's nothing to yearn for. In fact, the video strongly suggests that this is not a happily married couple. I mean, they never touch or kiss or hug. It seems like the husband and wife hardly ever interact with each other.
The husband and wife aren't necessarily very warm and cuddly with each other. There's that important shot of where they're sleeping when they physically turn their back away from each other. Now, I know we're in symbolic analysis mode right now, and we're not saying that someone's sleep habits should be an accurate reflection of what the relationship is like, because if it is, then I do not want to know what that says about our relationship.
not how we really sleep. I mean, I'm just saying it's back to the video.
The opening and the last scene of the video are of the wife dragging the sister in the bathroom to wash the makeup off her face. But why does the wife make such a big deal of it though? Because she looks ridiculous? Well, the blind girl can't see herself, so she clearly doesn't look ridiculous in her own eyes. Does the blind girl look ridiculous to the husband? We can't really tell, because he's as indifferent to the blind girl as he is to his own wife. But she does look ridiculous to the wife, because in a way, that blind girl is a reflection of the wife herself. How is the blind girl a reflection of the wife? Well, I think the most important concept of the video is the idea of blindness versus seeing. The fact is that all of us and all of you may very well be that blind sister. Not physically blind, of course, but metaphorically. We fumble around this world barely knowing what we're doing or where we're going. We find somebody that we want to be with, but barely know who they are. And then we sometimes go through huge extents to try to change who we are to make that person like us. We do it through the makeup that we think we should wear. We do it through the clothes that we think we should buy. We do it through the actions we think we should do. And we do it through the words that we think we should say. We try to be somebody that we're not, to make somebody we barely know like us a little bit more.
The wife sees this not only in the sister, but also in herself. She furiously wants to physically wash the makeup off her sister's face, and for herself, she wants to wash it off metaphorically. The wife not only sees her reflection through the mirrors in the room, but also through the blind sister, who's the biggest mirror in the house.
Yeah, man, deep. I feel kind of awkward now. Can we have like a fart joke in there or some awkward sexy dancing? Huh? GIP!
Now, the plot is not the only reason why we like this video. You've got to look at other things about it, like even how it's filmed. Look at the slow motion bursting of the curtains when the first chorus kicks in. There's also an incredible use of color. We see the warm color red and the cool color blue competing with each other in this video. We even see the warm color of the blind sister's room trying to burst into the cold room of the married couple. And when the woman's watching her husband sleep, we can see that she's covered in a warm red color, while her sleeping husband is in a cool blue color.
The video is beautiful and moving on many different levels. From the profoundness of the message, to the fantastic acting by the blind girl and the wife, to the great cinematography and the prettiness of the song. Yeah. Wait, I think I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, there's no dance in the video, and the English is pretty accurate but minimal, so yeah. I like pie.
Last week we asked you which music video was more retro, Tiara and Roly Poly, or Wonder Girls and Be My Baby, and the winner was Tiara's Roly Poly. They actually kind of crushed the Wonder Girls on the Facebook poll, and it's funny because a lot of people complained that Tiara music video was a bit too long, but I mean, come on, they even do like an oh, that's pretty retro.
For this week's beauty edition, we ask you which video has a more profound message on beauty, Brown Eyed Girl's Cleansing Cream or Sunny Hill's Pray. Leave your votes in the comments or in our Facebook poll and we'll announce some winners next week. Also, thanks to everybody who requested Brown Eyed Girl's Cleansing Cream this week. If there's a video you want to see us do for next week's Music Monday, head on over to eatyourkimchi.com/request and tell us who we should do a video for. Don't forget to like and favorite this video and to subscribe for more K-Pop Music Mondays. And I'm sure that you want to know who won the Wonder Girls CD from last week's contest, which we're announcing in the blooper reels. Take it away, Spudgy.